How did you start playing guitar? That is a great question. Alex, would you mind taking this and putting that on? Shout out to Taylor Guitar, by the way. And they sent me those beautiful guitars. And Fender Billy, what's up, man? Because we chilling in the fridge. How did I start playing guitar? When I graduated college, I had a degree in social work. I went to work for this place called Chestnut Health Systems. My very first experience was with a young man named Jake. He was around 15 or 16 years old, and he was heavily addicted to drugs. He was very difficult. Long black hair, black nails, you know what I'm saying? He had this rocker vibe, everybody was all scared of him. But I'm from Chicago. So I was like, y'all got extra snacks in the back? Cause Jake here today, and I'm gonna need more energy. I'm not really tough, but you know. So I went up to him and I was just like, yo, you always playing that guitar, like, why don't you show me some chords, bro? Like, what's up? Really, in my mind, I'm thinking, if I can get him to see that I'm interested in what he's interested in, maybe I can get him to be interested in what I want him to be interested in, which is changing his life. He showed me G, C, and D. That was 8 years ago, and I've been playing every day since then. He absolutely changed my life. Like, I've been trying to find him on social media and stuff. I haven't been able to find him. And I'm actually, now I'm getting serious. Go over to the couch. Oh, this is not good lighting. I'm gonna go over here. The reason why that story is just so meaningful to me is because you don't know who you're talking to. It could be the next person that could literally change your life. I used to be a person that was like, not very compassionate, to be honest. I really thought about myself. I was very selfish. When I started meeting people like Jake, and I started meeting people like Camila, and I started meeting people like Alex, who's holding the camera. Just genuinely good people who were using their gifts and their life and their time to help me. It made me want to be more intentional about what I was putting out into the world. Never write anybody off. You know, that's one thing I learned from that experience. Never think that, oh, this is a drug addict, this is a homeless person, this is a black person, this is a white person, this is a Jewish person, this is an Asian person, so they couldn't connect with me or they couldn't understand me. But I really believe that if we all have compassion for each other and just think of everybody as a human, you talking about living your best life, like my life did a complete 360 and I can cry even thinking about it because I just didn't know who I was. I didn't have a purpose. I woke up every day, but I didn't know why I was in the world. You know what I'm saying? And that just feels empty. It feels, I felt lost. So when at 23 years old, by the way, I graduated college, I'm 23 years old. When I touched the guitar for the first time, which was handed to me by a 15-year-old drug addict, something went through my body that now I can explain, but at the time I didn't know because I had never felt it before. And it literally went from my hands all the way through my shoulders, all the way down to my toes, all the way down to my socks. And because I was in the closet, my socks were black. Womp, womp, womp. You know, I gotta get emotional, so I joke sometimes when I get emotional, but what I was feeling was passion. And before that day, I had never felt that before. So Jake, I don't even know your last name, bro. Like, if you're watching this, thank you for changing my life. I used to belong here. Thank you for showing me those chords. Thank you for telling me I wasn't ready to learn Purple Haze, because I really tried. Like, the first day, I was like, can we move on to Purple Haze? He was like, Miss Ashley, you gotta get the 3 chords first. And like, how can you possibly play bar chords today? Like, this is your first day. He was a great teacher. He was a great mentor. Even though he was my client, he was a role model to me, and he changed my life. So that's how I started playing guitar. I was too dirty, get on my knees. I followed instructions even though they seemed so strange. Wait, ain't that the guy I high-fived last week at the Pride Parade?